Hello, ladies, gentlemen, and all creatures great and small. I'm playing Tower of Fantasy on PS5. Just came out yesterday. Been out on PC and mobile time immemorial. I really don't know what to think of it, to be perfectly honest. I think the combat's okay. Not a bad game, but it does have some real amateur hour crap. Like how voice actors very clearly flub their lines. Like they mispronounce character names and get things wrong, but they just left it in instead of doing a second take. Like even I do second takes, come on. It does have a couple of minor frame rate inconsistencies. Graphically, it's obviously nothing, crazy, but so it's not bad per se. It feels like, like the de facto 7 out of 10. That actually kind of makes it one of the worst, because these kind of games, like, that they're fine. It's like, what are you supposed to say about them? See, there's a hitch there as it's loading the new area. It's, like I say, it's all just a bit basic. That and the entire point of this first quest is that we're running out of food in this shelter, but I've picked up like a dozen lettuces at this point, and a bunch of game meat and some fruit. And what do you mean we're running out of food? It's bloody everywhere. To be honest, if you want an RPG, there are so many better options than this. If you're into your action combat like this, just buy Tales of Arise. It quite regularly goes on sale for, like, I think I paid about £15 for Tales of Arise in the last sale. And it's absolutely worth that. Final Fantasy XIV is free to play as well, so that's just objectively better in it. I know I put over 1,000 hours into Final Fantasy XIV. I'm going to be slightly biased, but it is just objectively, statistically better. Yes, it doesn't have the action combat, but it does literally everything else right. I'm not against this game. I think I will be a little more forgiving on it because it did just come out on PS5, so like the technical hitches and stuff like that, maybe that will get patched up. The errors with the voice acting, I'm sorry, that should have been caught. Like the little girl who's been showing me around, like sometimes she pronounces the guy's name as Palu, how it's spelt on screen, sometimes she just calls him Paul. Make your feckin' mind up. Again, just real sort of mid-tier amateur hour stuff, but maybe it gets really good later on, I don't know, but... And then we come to the big elephant in the room. As I said, this is a upscaled mobile game, so that obviously means it comes with all the fucking mobile game trappings. A million different currencies and season passes and all that. Oh god, it never bloody ends, does it? So yeah, I don't know. I'm not convinced I'm gonna continue with this, to be perfectly honest with you. It's like, again, maybe it gets better later on. I'll give it a chance to get going, you never know. In all honesty, Final Fantasy XIV won't impress you in the first couple of hours. It really won't. It's an MMO at the end of the day. They take forever to get going. And, well, I put over 1,000 hours into that. I'm not saying for a second that I think this is going to be comparable, but I think it's at least deserved a couple of hours to give it a chance. So I will get back to you with a part 2 if it does get good. If there is no part 2 to this video, that means one of two things. Either it never got good and I couldn't be arsed, or something more interesting happened in my life and I still couldn't be arsed. Either way, the natural assumption should always be that I couldn't be arsed. Because that's just... It's a reasonable assumption at all times. Even now, I'm thinking of ways in which I can't be asked. So that's it from me for part 1. If you want to download the game, go nuts, but I can think of better uses. Yeah, the game is free, but at the end of the day, it's still taking up your time, your space on the hard drive. It's like, it has costs, just not monetary ones. And I don't think it's earning them right now. I don't think this is good enough to warrant the 50 plus gigs on my hard drive. I can think of way better uses for it. In case in point, you know what else will take up 50 gigs on your hard drive? Isn't it immeasurably better? Other than Final Fantasy XIV, obviously, because I'm aware of my own bias. Spider-Man Remastered. Oh, speaking of which, if you're in the UK, by the way, instead of picking it up in the PlayStation Network sale, go to Argos. The Ultimate Edition on PlayStation 5 is only £40 in the sale. Now, the remaster of the original Spider-Man will cost you £33 in the PSN sale, so that means you're essentially getting the Miles Morales expansion for £7. That's just an immeasurably better deal. So that's my suggestion. You might want to skip going to the Birmingham store. I'm pretty sure I got the last copy. Having said that, that was 2 days ago. They might have had a delivery by now. So, best of luck. But yeah, Tower of Fantasy. To sum this all up in one word, meh.